Hey, what's up, guys? So the live stream happened yesterday, and there wasn't too much said really in the live stream. There was a few good things here and there, but it became blatantly obvious that the new producer, Merv Lee Krolen, is actually pretty competent and plays Archeage, whereas everyone else apparently, quote unquote, plays Archeage, but not really. So he actually has, a good explanation for pretty much all the changes that Trion Worlds and XL Games has done in regards to how the game is acting right now. The only downside is they are aware of the Archeum problem, and they said that they were going to be doing something about it, but the problem they have is that they are on the cusp of level 55 and opening up the library, which has a chance to drop the higher tier crystals in those coin purses. So it's a really tough balance for them. They know it needs to be increased, but they don't know necessarily how much, and then they don't know how greatly these new library drops are going to affect the Archeum prices and crystals available in the game. Because the Archeum that drops in the library is the uh, essence, I believe, the Archeum essence, which breaks down to 5 crystals. I don't know the exact name, or 4 crystals. I don't know the exact name of it, so it's the highest tier of Archeum in the game currently, and that you can actually get out of those coin purses. So that's a great amount of Archeum when you do hit that one or two, Archeum pieces in there in that coin purse. And then they did touch on the regrading scrolls a lot, and they were kind of like tooting their own horn about how going forward, if things get out of hand price wise, like they did with the regrading scrolls, they're going to introduce event type things like this and give out freebies and kind of tweak the economy little by little to get them back into the range that they want them to be. So that is why we're having a month-long plus event for regrading scrolls, and you get moon points and sun points out of the divine gifts because they want those to be a lot cheaper than what they are currently. They didn't really touch on any other inflation of like cash up items like Apex, tax certificates, the land transferring, land appraisals, I believe they are. They didn't touch on those at all, but they did say they are monitoring the economy. They do want to, again, it seemed like introduce an event in the near future for the Archeum, but again, they're waiting on the 55. And the biggest news was the level 55 content is going to be coming to the public test server fairly soon. It seems like somewhere in February, and they gave a good explanation of why they're changing um, the Diamond Shores area into a PvP zone and then keeping the library as a PvE only zone. And I guess it becomes apparent when you listen to them. They said that uh, XL Games wanted, to bring World PvP kind of back. They also didn't want, since there is a fishing stand there, a fishing turn-in point, that everyone would just go and take their fishes and drop them off in a safe zone, so that there's no ocean battles out there. Granted, there isn't many ocean battles currently, but they want to prevent that type of scenario happening. If it's a PvE zone only in Diamond Shores, then you can just bring all your fish up there, drop them off, get easy paydays, and continue to inflate the economy greatly with all those marlin being captured and stolen. So that is a pretty decent point on that aspect. And then they were also looking at making the library itself a PvP zone. And I guess what they did is they did it in Russia, and they made the first level or the first floor of the library a PvE only zone, and then the next 2 floors or deeper into the library was actually a PvP zone. And then what they found out is that it didn't really work out well, and people would get camped, and they would prevent players from ascending to deeper into the library, and it just wasn't a good gaming experience in their opinion. So they decided not to do that and kind of just split it where the Diamond Shores area will be PvP and then the library itself will be PvE. But they are, again, constantly looking at changes and trying different things in different regions. And then what they said is that they're going to try, you know, whoever's getting the next update, whether it be Russia, whether it be Korea, whether it be US, Europe, whoever gets the next like update when they try different things, if it works, they'll bring it to the other regions. But if it doesn't work, then they'll go ahead and like tweak it and change it and not bring it to the other regions. So meaning we're not going to have the same games in any of the regions at all because they are trying and testing out different things. So each region, depending on where they are and what patch they're getting, is a guinea pig in the sense to testing out new and different content ideas that they think would work better. They also announced that they have no plans for the car coming back right now. They're still redesigning it and making sure it's not OP. They also have no plans for the submarine because again they are redesigning it and not making sure it's OP, but not making sure it doesn't suck. Everything else is pretty much at a standstill. There's really nothing else discussed in there that was critical or breaking news worthy. And it was a lot of, we're talking to XL Games and we'll get back to you when we know more. And that just seems to be the whole common theme for the last 6 months, and how this has gone on with Trion Worlds and XL Games and us, the community, is that it's always, oh, we're talking with XL Games and the discussions are going on, but there's really little action being taken at all. They did try and spin it like, oh yeah, we do things, especially even in the last minute of increasing the Archeum drop rates right at head start. And they increased the Sunlight Archeum drop rate by like maybe double. A double of 0.1% or double of 0.01% is still pretty damn low. So they were tooting their own horns for that, and they were like, yeah, we did good job. The economy was great in the beginning, and then we didn't really realize that there was an Archeum problem, and everyone told you guys there was an Archeum problem. The forums were blowing up, especially when the crystals were at like 15 or 20, and the prices were rising, and they were telling you that there's a huge problem. Like Archeum is in, dire supply, and the only reason that there was Archeum crystals and Archeum shards on the auction house during that time was because the game was super infested with bots that were farming coin purses 24/7 nonstop, and that's where the Archeum comes from. When you guys clean up the bots, they failed to realize that the bots were bringing in most of the Archeum, and there goes your complete Archeum supply because not that many actual human players are farming coin purses, which is where the Archeum comes from. And the drop rate is so low on those coin purses that even if there were a lot of players farming, they still only get 5 or 6 Archeum pieces a day max. So they failed to realize that. They failed to listen to the feedback from the players, and that's been 6 months of feedback on the players. So we will see how the Archeum event or how the Archeum changes in the next patch. It doesn't appear that they're doing anything during February. It seems like February is just the kind of wait and see. They said they want to go slowly and change and alter the game and not drastically destroy any markets like they did with the Thunderstruck tree, with the Rumbling Archeum tree. They said they are going to be introducing more feedback and is streaming every 2 weeks is their plan right now. So we'll see on that. But the biggest thing was, if you watch the stream, the producer, Merv, definitely seems like he knows what he's talking about. So we have someone that actually plays, someone that's more relatable, someone that's not a complete idiot like Scapes or Victoria on the team now. So hopefully he has some pull and some influence, and it can actually help the game. Because if he does, he'll push the game in the better direction. But if he's just a peon for PR reasons, then unfortunately we're screwed again, and the game will just keep continuing this tailspin downward. But overall, so far, this event, the Divine Gifts, is a great event, and it's definitely got me logged in more and active in the game than I have been in the last 2 or 3 months. So that is a great thing. I don't know about others, but I can definitely give my personal opinion that I've been playing more, messing around with things and tweaking around things, actually being logged in, and enjoying a little bit more of Archeage in the in the last couple days of this event. So if they keep doing events like this, especially to bring in Archeum crystals, Archeum shards, it'd be a great thing for the community. But yeah, they need to fix the initial drop rate of Archeum. The coin purses need to have a lot higher drop rate, probably upwards to like a 5 times increase in drop rate. I know they're not going to do it, but that's probably what it's going to take to help fix the Archeum economy and help crafters and help everything. So we will see. We will see what happens. And unfortunately, it is a wait and see. And that's pretty much the summary of the live stream. But if you want to check it out, I will link it down below. You can check out the replay and give your thoughts on the live stream as well. Let me know if you think Merv is actually relatable, if he's going to do decent for us. But overall, I think he seemed like a good guy. I mean, he's a pirate. He gave some good examples of why the pirates shouldn't have the fish stand. So yeah, if you are interested in that, check it out. And thanks for watching, guys.